my name is Jose Gutierrez. I run an architecture practice based in Auckland. We do a variety of different scale work. This particular project is based in Mangawhai. It's a holiday home for the client. There's this really amazing ridgeline across the north face that we thought would be quite nice to take advantage of. So the big idea here was to create a piece of architecture that was almost like a long bench seat that you could relax at and put your feet up and admire the view and just see nature rolling over and watch the seasons change. The house is 60 metres by 6. It's all done in the same cladding. We've kept the materials palette to a minimum. What we tried to create here is something quite simple, and so there's less of a mark on the landscape. It's more about potentially a light touch with warm tones inside that make you appreciate what's here. I really like the outdoor covered areas as you walk into them, because there's dark, the dark cladding, and they frame these really amazing views of the ridge. It's almost like you're watching a movie, this big frame. They seem quite successful. And then the screens that happen through the front here just filter some of the light and create a bit of interest as you arrive. Nic's team did a great job. Like most clients, maybe even more so here, because the client's based out of town. Someone trustworthy, good communicator, goes without saying, good workmanship. Nothing's a problem, and offering solutions all the way through. Because sometimes the projects, it does throw challenges, and rather than just saying, oh well, here's a problem, you deal with it. What Nic did is, they'd come up with solutions and alternatives and just a better way of doing things, and it was pretty seamless, really. I remember early on in the piece, right prior to framing, going up, standing down one end of the building and just putting my eye down and thinking, oh man, how wobbly is this thing going to be? And asking Nic, are we going to get this thing straight? And he just looks around and said, well, yeah, of course. And that's what it is, and it's done. I think that's the workmanship, the care, the pride in their work. I heard about NF construction through the client. So the client was quite hands-on in searching for a builder. He talked to a lot of people in the area about things, and then we met Nic, and it seemed that he was a perfect fit for the project. Everything we were on paper, what you'd want prior to a project, he ticked all those boxes. Nic showed us some of the projects he'd done, and you could see the quality there. Every project has its challenges, and every project's different as well. There are different constraints, but it's just about being a good problem solver, coming up with solutions, and I think that's what Nic and his team have brought to the project. I think for the project to be successful, the builder has to own it. The builder has to own it and claim it as if they're building the home for themselves, for a family member, and that's what we found throughout the process. You could see that the guys on site, the lead foreman, everybody was really proud of what they were doing here, rather than just, hey look, it's just another house, move on and we're on to the next one. It was more about creating a good home. The builders putting their name to it, and claiming it. There were lots of little details along the way that were refined, and I think those little details sometimes make the project, make the place feel homely and just a nice place to be in, I suppose. Yeah. This is the first project we've done with NF Construction, and obviously it's rural setting. The work that we do is quite varied. We do a lot of other urban stuff and a bit of a mix, but I'd have no hesitations about working with Nic again. I happily recommend him. I've got no issues. Did a fantastic project. Happily work with him again.